What's up everyone, Aaron here, and thanks for coming by and checking out another video today. And today we got two different topics we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about painting and some painting tips, and we're also going to be talking about when is the best time to sell your home. So I know everybody thinks that it's the springtime and stuff like that, but we're going to get into it a little bit deeper because honestly, the secret is there really is no bad time to sell as long as you have a few good key things in place. Now you're probably going to hear Morgan over there coughing. She's watching a video, and you know, hey, it's live video. What can you do? Things happen. So first thing we're going to talk about is painting. But I guess before I get into that, if you don't know who I am, like I said, my name is Aaron Bowman. I'm a local realtor with Maz Real Estate, and I have a real estate team called the Bowman Realty Group. And my team and I specialize in a few different areas within real estate. We work a lot with investors. We do a lot with probate properties, for sale by owners, and expired listings. Now, if you don't fall into one of those categories, that doesn't mean we can't help and we can't work with you. That's just kind of where our specialty has just kind of grown over the years. Now, we primarily work in the Hartford and Talon County, and we've just added Windham County to that as we have an agent out that way. So we are expanding, and you know, if you would, just let us know down below where you're watching this video from. Maybe give us a thumbs up, a like, something like that, or even share the replay with somebody. That would be awesome also. So, like I said, let's get into the topics today. Being that it's actually kind of nice out here in Connecticut and the weather's going to start getting warmer, I think. I figured we'd talk about painting and some painting tips. Now, I'm not the greatest painter in the world. I probably shouldn't be allowed to paint because I don't like to tape and I like to rush everything because I just find painting just tedious. So some of the tips I'm going to tell you are just things I've come across in the past and working with other contractors. The first thing is taping. Make sure you tape off stuff. It just makes life a lot easier, makes your lines a lot cleaner when it comes to painting. Also, the quality of the paint. You want to make sure you have a good quality paint. Don't go to like some discount store and buy some leftover expired paint. It's probably not going to adhere to the wall as it should. So you want to make sure you get something really good, something from one of the big box stores, you know, Bear or something along those lines. Also with that, you want to make sure the tools you're using as far as painting are quality. Don't go and buy the 99-cent brushes because all you're going to do, and this happened to me, is I kept picking bristles out of the wall, out of the paint, because every time I painted a stroke, you know, the bristles came out. So that was highly annoying and just time consuming. So spend $4, $5, $6 on a couple good brushes, you know, a small one for small areas, an angled brush for cutting corners, stuff like that. And you're gonna thank yourself in the end because it's gonna be that much easier when when you're painting. You're not gonna have to be picking the little bristles out every time you do it. Now, there's also options to spray. I do have a sprayer. I think you might have seen it in one of the videos when I was doing work on one of the apartments. That one was an air sprayer. There's different types. There's air sprayers, there's airless sprayers. I just recently got an airless sprayer to do the outside of the house, so we'll see how that is. I'll definitely shoot a video of that. I think sprayers on the inside, unless you're really good at covering everything that you don't want paint on, can make a mess. Like that apartment, I had the whole floor covered and really everything was getting painted the same color, and I just went back and did the trim a different color. It made it a lot easier, a lot faster, but again, there's a lot more prep work involved. For like a weekend warrior, a weekend job, if you're looking to paint your kitchen or dining room over, you know, a couple drop cloths, like I said, get the painter's tape and then really good brushes and rollers. And that will make your life a lot easier. Now, before you even get into painting, what you want to make sure is you really clean your surface. I've seen a lot of people, and I've done it in the past, where I start painting and I'm like, oh, I didn't like wash the walls down or anything like that. And you can get like the light degreasing cleaner at like Home Depot or Lowe's, where you can just take it, dilute it in the bucket, and then wipe your walls down. It'll get all the grime and stuff from kids' hands touching it and dogs and all that stuff. And that way there you have a clean surface that the paint's adhering to. And if you do have any flaking or peeling paint, make sure you get that off of there also. And that's what you want to do. That's the easiest way, I think, to do it for a weekend DIY type project. Lay down your drop cloths. Make sure you have your stuff taped off that you don't want paint on to keep your lines clean. Make sure you cut everything first twice, and then you can roll it. And that just makes the whole process go a lot faster. And if you have somebody helping you out, where somebody can be cutting, the other person can be right behind there rolling, or two people cutting and then you both roll, it just makes the job go a lot quicker. So The other thing I wanted to talk about is when is the best time to sell. And actually, if you would, let me know what some of your painting tips are down below. I'm curious to hear. Maybe you guys just hire a painter. You know, you just don't want to do it yourself. You just hire somebody to come in and paint. Let me know what your thoughts are on that, and if I missed any specialized tips that might help somebody paint. Put it down below, and I'll be more than happy to read those and comment on it. But the next question I always get when I'm talking to people and they see a shirt like this, one of my realtor t-shirts, or they're like, oh, you're into real estate, or you're a realtor, or you have rentals. I'm thinking of putting my house in the market. When's the best time to sell? Is spring really the best time? Or, should I wait till the market improves or anything like that? And really, it's a very individual answer for each person. Each person has a different things going on in their life. They might have different goals they want to achieve with their real estate. And maybe the springtime isn't the best time because, you have a lot going on. Maybe midsummer would be better. The thing is, I think in the past, everybody's always said, oh, springtime is a hot market. That's when you got to get your home on the market, get it sold for the summer. I really think like I said, it depends on each person. But if you are in the position where you're thinking of selling, it's really important to make sure you know what your market conditions are, know what the condition of your home is. Talk to a couple different realtors, see what their marketing is and what their goals or plans are to get your home sold. Like for us, we have an 89-point marketing plan. Most agents, I don't think, have that. So having somebody that has a plan other than what we call the 3 Ps, where they put a sign in the yard, they put it up on the MLS, and they pray that it sells, they actually have a plan to get the home sold. So whether it's in the dead of winter or middle of June, July, August, when it's super hot, the homes are still going to sell. Now, I will say you will naturally see more homes hit the market come March, April, for hopes that they sell in May and June and maybe into July. So that's kind of been like the historical, if you look at it, the historical way of doing it. Everybody puts their home on and then they come off the first of the year. They take them off. Maybe they decide to do some home improvements. Maybe they, paint the inside like we were just talking about, fix some stuff up on the outside. The snow melts, they start doing a little landscaping. I mean, you can only do so much right now because nothing's really growing yet. But as the temperature starts to rise, things start to bloom, come into season, maybe get a little more landscaping, curb appeal done, and then they hit the market. But like I said in another video, I think it was like, how long does it take to get your home on the market? It's gonna take a few weeks from start to finish, and anybody that tells you anything other than that, I think is kind of full of it, because you want to make sure that the home is staged properly. You want to make sure that the curb appeal looks good. So like right now, my yard's a mess. It needs to be raked and cleaned up and stuff like that. And I'm sure most of the yards in Connecticut are like that, just from the winter months, tree branches falling, stuff like that. So you want to, excuse me, a little sneeze. Oh man, that's 2. Wow. Okay. So you want to make sure that the curb appeal gets taken care of and stuff. So that's going to take some time because, yeah, you can use photos from last year, but you want to have the most up-to-date photos of the house. So, making sure that it's staged properly, like I said, making sure that, it's decluttered, it's cleaned, all the stuff we've talked about in other videos. You want to make sure all that's done before it hits the market. There's nothing like having a home hit the market. Maybe it was cleaned up enough for photos, and now we're playing catch up, getting the other things done because, maybe they decided to paint the room over or what have you. There's always things that can pop up. So you want to make sure that all that stuff's taken care of. So when it comes time to put your home in the market, traditionally a lot of people flood the market in March and April timeframe in hopes for an early sell. Excuse me, an early sell so they can move on and buy something else. I have a lot of clients that are putting their homes in the market now, and I'm also helping them try to find something else because they want to sell one and then move into the other. So that's just something that you have to take into account. I think you'd have a better chance of maybe waiting after that big push because there's so many houses in the market, you're having so much competition, maybe waiting a few months to let it hit the market. But again, it all depends on each individual homeowner's needs and their wants and where they are in their life. And like I tell a lot of my clients, I want to pull my house off, it's December time frame, or it's February, you know, I want to take it off because it's cold, or, you know, it's in November and we get the holidays coming. That is, in my opinion, the best time to keep the homes in the market, because a lot of people have that mindset where they pull homes off. So there's a lot less, one, competition, and two, you still have the same buyer pool that was looking for homes. There's just less homes to choose from. So maybe somebody was looking for a pool and your home doesn't have a pool, but it has everything else they're looking for. And just because there's a lot less on the market, they might be willing to, you know, say, okay, well, this home doesn't have a pool, but it's got everything else we like. It's got the room, it's got the yard. Let's put an offer on it anyways. And it's just, to me, I think having that less competition has, you know, you have a better chance of getting your home sold, especially if you're working with a realtor or some real estate agency that doesn't have a strong marketing plan or a strong social media influence where they can get that home out in front of hundreds and thousands of people with just a click of a button. Because I'd say 99.99% of all homes start with the search on Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, or some other online website. So it's important that your realtor you're working with has a strong online presence, a strong brand, a strong marketing when it comes to social media, knows how to run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, you know, knows how to use Snapchat, TikTok, LinkedIn, all that stuff, because now LinkedIn does videos. So it's very important. And you know, speaking of LinkedIn, reaching out on LinkedIn, you're now reaching to more of a professional level as opposed to like Facebook, where it's, you know, hey, let me take this test to see what Game of Thrones character I'm most likely to be like, you know. So there's different ways of doing it. So just make sure that if you are thinking of putting your home on the market, you are working with somebody that is very diverse in the social media marketing. So I guess to answer your question on the when is the best time to list or sell your home, it's really any time that you're ready to put it on the market. And you know, just making sure you're working with the correct agent. But if you want to go with what everybody does or what's traditionally been done, right now as you're watching this video is the prime time to put the house on the market. That's what most people are doing right now. They're getting their insides set so they can get their outside curb appeal done so they can get it on the market by mid-April, end of April. So that's it. So that's today's video. We're about almost 14 minutes in, kind of long today, but I'm going to finish my coffee now, and Alyssa's going to be running out the door, and I've got to run to the town hall in Tolland. So thanks for watching today's video. Please, if you haven't liked, subscribe, check out the Facebook page, and like I said, let us know down below where you're watching this from. We always like to see where everybody's watching from, and we'll see you on the next video.